Definition of a dynasty. A family-run rule. A dynasty refers to a sequence of rulers from the same family or bloodline who maintain control over a particular region or country for several generations. Dynasties are typically established through inheritance and are often marked by the consolidation of power within a single family, often through marriage or military conquest. Prominent examples include the Ming dynasty in China and the Romanov dynasty in Russia. Definition of an empire. A vast territory of rule. An empire is a political structure that involves a sovereign state controlling vast territories or nations, often through conquest or annexation. Empires are not confined to a single family or lineage but can be ruled by an emperor, monarch, or a central authority. Empires are usually expansive, with a diverse population and a variety of cultures, like the British Empire or the Ottoman Empire. Governance in a dynasty. Familial leadership. In a dynasty, leadership is often passed down through hereditary succession. This means that rulers are typically chosen based on family ties, ensuring that power remains concentrated within a specific family line. This form of governance is deeply rooted in tradition, with dynastic rulers often retaining power for centuries, as seen in Egypt's pharaohs or Japan's imperial family. Governance in an empire. Expansive and centralized rule. Empires, on the other hand, are governed with a central authority that can be a monarchy, an emperor, or an oligarchy. The governance is more complex, with multiple territories and peoples under one ruler. Empires are often structured with various provinces or regions, each having its own local leaders, but all are ultimately controlled by the empire's ruler or governing body, such as the Roman Empire. Key difference in scope. Family versus territory. The major difference between a dynasty and an empire lies in their scope. A dynasty is confined to a family and its ability to maintain power across generations, whereas an empire is defined by its expansive territorial holdings. Empires often extend their influence over various regions, peoples, and cultures, sometimes through military conquest, diplomacy, or economic dominance. The role of conquest. Dynasties versus empires. While dynasties can rise to power through conquest, they are primarily defined by familial rule rather than territorial expansion. In contrast, empires are often built on the back of military campaigns, exploration, or diplomatic strategies to annex new lands. The expansion of an empire is crucial to its identity, with empires typically seeking to control vast areas across continents, like the Mongol Empire or the British Empire. Cultural influence. Dynastic versus imperial systems. In a dynasty, cultural continuity often persists as the ruling family tends to maintain traditions, values, and practices over generations. While dynasties can sometimes influence the culture of the regions they rule, they typically focus on maintaining their bloodline's legacy. Empires, due to their vastness and diversity, often encounter and incorporate various cultures, leading to a more complex cultural landscape, as seen in the Roman and Ottoman empires. Longevity. The lifespan of a dynasty versus an empire. Dynasties can last for many generations, sometimes even centuries, but they are more susceptible to collapse if the ruling family becomes weak or fragmented. Empires, while they can also last for long periods, are often subject to external pressures such as rebellion, invasion, or economic decline. Empires, unlike dynasties, may eventually break apart as their vast territories become unmanageable. Legacy of a dynasty. Family influence across time. The legacy of a dynasty often revolves around the continuity of the family line and the influence it has over a given country or region. Dynastic rule can shape the identity and politics of a nation through generations, maintaining cultural and social stability. In contrast, the legacy of an empire is often tied to its expansion, influence, and the lasting changes it leaves on the world, such as the spread of language, religion, or governance systems. Examples of dynasties and empires. Real-world cases. Examples of famous dynasties include the Yuan dynasty in China, which ruled during the 13th and 14th centuries, and the Habsburg dynasty, which played a key role in European politics for centuries. Empires include the British Empire, known for its vast global control, and the Ottoman Empire, which spanned parts of Europe, Asia, and Africa. While dynasties often have a more centralized, family-driven focus, empires reflect a broader, territorial approach.